morning. Today is Monday, December 9th, and we have a birthday today. It's Carlisa Taylor's birthday. So Carlisa, you get a song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Carlisa. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Pay no mind to the messy fridge. It's bad. I hang everything on that side. Well, Jim's got the other side. He hangs all of his stuff on that side, and I hang all my stuff on this side. So I was going to go for a walk this morning, but it's pouring rain, which is better than snow. I want snow around Christmas time, but I don't want to have to shovel the snow now. So I just, I'll take the rain for now. But I don't really have any plans for today. I'm going to do laundry, do some housework. I did a video earlier this morning when I got up about 23 simple things that you can do to keep from overeating during the holidays, which you can do it all year round, actually. Oh, you like my shirt? It says 4 out of the 5 Great Lakes are in Michigan. Sorry, Canada. And I never understand how Lake Ontario is considered part of the Great Lakes because it's not even touching any, I don't think it, well, you know what? Maybe part of it touches New York, but it's not, that doesn't have anything to do with Michigan, so I have no idea. But anyway, I did promise you that I would tell you about my money story, which I've told in the past, but I have a lot of new subscribers. But I was shopping at Kroger, and everybody has these people that go around, you know, like at the gas station, they'll come up to you and say, oh, I ran out of gas, can you give me $5 for gas? And I'll always say, well, pull your car up and I'll put some gas in the car. And then they'll always say, oh, no, my car's down the road. And I go, well, bring me a gas can and I'll put the thing in the gas can. And they go, well, we don't have a gas can. Well, then how are you going to get the gas? Whatever. So, I mean, I'm willing. I know it's a scam, and, you know, how many people get approached in the parking lot, you know, like, oh, you know, like, I don't have a whatever. But I was in Kroger's, and this man came up, and I was just coming around the corner, and he was like right there. And he says, do you have $2 for the bus, or $3 for the bus? Do you have $3 for the bus? Because I have to go, and he brings out these bus passes, and I have to take this bus and connect to this, and you know, blah, 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 and all that. I knew he was a scam artist. I knew he didn't really want $3 for the bus, but I thought, you know what? It's $3. I can give up $3. I don't carry a purse. I haven't ever carried a purse. Well, I shouldn't say that. I had a purse when I worked at Montgomery Ward's, because you had to put your stuff in a purse to bring to your, put in your locker. And I put everything in a purse, and my kids even like, what, you got a purse? I'm not a purse. I don't have a purse. I probably have it somewhere around the house here, somewhere. I don't know. But anyway, neither here nor there. So I got I don't carry a purse. I keep my money in my wallet. In my wallet, I carry all of my identification, my insurance cards, my credit cards, my money, and then I have little information cards, like on the back of like business cards. I'll have like my prescription. I mean, my wallet is my purse. And then I usually in my back pocket keep my phone, and that's what I basically do. And then a lot of times I'll just have like a couple dollars just in my pocket. Don't know why. Well, that's another story. Well, I'll tell you that story too. Off track. I'm not a cemetery person. I'm just not a cemetery person. I don't believe that my loved ones are in the ground there. I know their bodies are, but I don't believe that they are. So I very rarely go to the cemetery. I just don't, because I have morbid thoughts. When I'm there, I watch too many horror movies and stuff like that. So I just don't like going to the cemetery. But whenever we would go to Boston, my dad would always want to go by the cemetery to see his relatives. And when I was younger, and we would go, and he always left some money on a couple pennies or dimes or nickels on the tombstones or the headstones or whatever the case may be. Because he said, you know, like if you're in heaven, you don't know that you might need some spare change. So he always had some spare change in his pocket. And if we ever went to the cemetery, so occasionally, like if I have an out-of-town relative that wants to go to the cemetery, I'll bring him to the cemetery, and I always have some change to put in my pocket to put on my dad's tombstone. It's just, I put some change in all of my family's coffins. You know, like at the back, I always put a quarter or something, just in case. You just never know. You don't know, there might be an admission to get in. But anyway, so I always keep like a couple bucks, just a couple bucks in my pocket. And I knew I was going to be shopping, and I probably had like $40 or $50 in my wallet. And this guy had come around, and he had said, you know, could you got a couple bucks that you can give me? And I said, yeah, sure. And I reached in my pocket, and I handed him the $2 that I had in my pocket. And, you know, he said, oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You know, I'm going to be able to take the bus to my job interview now, and because of you, I'll have a job, and blah, blah, blah. And I went, yeah. And as he walked away, I'm thinking, you're not going to any job. But you know what? It was $2. I can afford $2. So I'm continuing on with my shopping, and then I'm coming up the aisle, and this man says, oh my gosh, there you are. And he runs up to me and grabs me, and I was like startled because, you know, like this strange man is grabbing me, and he gives me a hug. Okay, number two, he's a strange man running towards me. Number two, he's hugging me, and he's giving me this big, big hug, and he says, I cannot thank you enough. Thank you so much. He said, you know, you are so generous beyond belief. God is truly going to bless you. There's not that many people like you on earth. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because of you, I'm going to have a good dinner today. And I'm thinking, I gave you $2. Was he going to go to the dollar menu at McDonald's? Whatever. So I said, no, that's okay. That's fine, whatever. And so then he walks away. And so I go up to the register and open up my wallet. And in my wallet, I have $2. And at that point, I realized that in my pocket, I had $42 that I was going to use for my food because I didn't want to dig out my wallet. I was just going to reach in my pocket and take up. So no wonder the man came and was so ecstatic that I gave him $2. I gave him $42. So, but you know what? I'm sure somewhere along the line the blessing came back to me because I threw a blessing out there, and I really do believe that if you throw something good out into the universe, something good's going to come back and smack you right in the face. So I am quite sure, I can't think of anything that did happen wondrously after that, but I'm quite sure that something good happened. And I would have never given him $42, but fortunately, I still had money to pay for my groceries. So, I mean, I had to use my debit card, but I mean, it was just, I don't know. So that's my money story. So I have some laundry to do, some house cleaning to do, boring stuff to do. So I will talk to you guys in a little bit. I will share a story later on, but I'll share a story from today. Let me think who I was going to share a story with. I'm going to do Christy and Aaron, although Aaron didn't really share a story, so I'm kind of looped him into Christy's Christmas story because you'll see when it plays. So you know what? Let me show you their story now. So I will talk to you guys later on tonight with my Christmas story. Aaron, do you have a favorite memory of when you first met me? I shared a memory of when I met my mother-in-law for the first time. He's ignoring us.
That's a long time ago.
That's 20 years ago. No, when Aaron gets nervous and talks to people, he just gets his little itch. Kathleen's right there.
Where's Kathleen?
Right in the middle of us.
There she is. Christy's going to share a memory now.
I remember going into my mom's room.
You got to move your head if you want Kathleen. Oh, she's leaving.
No, she's leaving. I remember going into my mom's room and going through her closet and going under her bed to find all of our presents from Santa.
And they were never there.
They were always there because I remember one year Jimmy got a hairdryer.
Did he really?
Yes.
Oh yeah, when he was going through his poofy stage.
Don't you remember that one year that we were going through the presents and Jimmy got a hairdryer?
Oh, there's Sophia.
Because he had a perm, even though he won't admit it. He had a perm.
Did I? Oh, that's right.
He had the mullet perm.
Yeah, he did.
Do you remember that mullet perm? You don't remember
You
that?
remember that? Remember
He
when?
permed the back of his head?
Remember when he had the disco mustache?
Yes, I remember that.
I dropped my glasses, Kathleen. Can you show this?
That's Sophia.
Sophia, where's my glasses?
This is on her way to a
Second
parade. Okay, I'll share my Christmas story now. When I was a little bit older, my mother used to let me go. She'd give me the money for my Christmas money. I was like probably 14 or 15. I might have been 13. Like I was like just, probably 13, 14 years old. And she was to give me my money, and I would go with my friends and go shopping, and I would buy all of my Christmas clothes that I wanted, because at that age you don't get toys and stuff like that. You just want Christmas clothes. So I would get my Christmas clothes and I'd figure out what I wanted, and then I'd come home and I'd wrap my own gifts and then I'd give them to my mother, and my mother would hide them under the stairs where everybody knew that's where they were, but she thought that maybe nobody knew. And then I always have a memory of when I was younger, because we lived in a bungalow, which I've explained before, as a bungalow is just like a regular first floor, and then the second floor is basically an attic that was converted into a bedroom. And the girls, the four of us, always slept upstairs, and the boys slept downstairs in the bedroom downstairs. And I would always wait until like middle of the night, and I would sneak down and look under the tree to see all of the presents and see where they were and see who, like what everybody got. And even though I knew what I had, because I'm the one that bought it and I'm the one that wrapped it, I put it under the, I gave it to my mother to put under the tree. I always was wondering where she was going to put it under the tree, and I would always sneak down, and just complete awe. Even when I was younger, it was just complete awe that I wouldn't hear Santa come, but like I would think like maybe I can go sneak down there now and look, and then I'd hear these bells ring, and then years later I found out my mother had bought a set of bells, and so she would ring them whenever she thought we were going to try to sneak down before she went to bed. And so anyway, I would sneak down and I would look, and I looked under the tree, and I couldn't find my presents. It was kind of like what I did to Jimmy that time, and I'm thinking maybe that's where I got the idea. But I had presents under the tree in the morning when I woke up, and I so wanted a pea coat. I just so wanted a pea coat, which was so in style at the time. But I had already gotten a coat the year before, and the way my family worked is you got a new coat every other year. The one coat you got for the first year was too big, and then the second year when you were wearing the coat, it really was too small because you grew too much. But you had a coat and you were warm, and that's all that really mattered. So you'd go one year with it way, way, way too big, and then the next year it was just either just fitting or just a little bit too small. But I so wanted a pea coat. So when she gave me the money, I thought my whole plan was I was just going to get the pea coat instead of the clothes that I wanted. And so she, I saw that I couldn't afford it. There was just no way, even with because I got 2 skirts and 2 sweaters and a blouse was what I ended up buying with the money. And even with all of that, I still couldn't afford the coat. And so I was a little disappointed. And then I come downstairs to look under the tree, and then I don't see any of my presents, and I'm thinking, where are my presents? Where are my presents? Where are they? I was just so upset. And so I thought, well, I was in no big hurry to get up on Christmas morning, because I thought, first of all, I knew what I was going to have because I picked it out and wrapped it. And then second of all, I was thinking, well, maybe I'm not going to have anything because there was nothing under the tree. And I thought, no, I was good. I should have gotten something. So we had piles. They weren't put under the tree. We just had a pile. This pile was for Michael. This was for Suze. This was more for Mary. This was Denise and my Pat. And then so I get downstairs, and I noticed there was one big box and then a bunch of little boxes under my pile, but none of them was the skirts and the sweaters that I had picked out. And so the rule was you had to open the top box first and work your way down to the bottom, because my mother always put your best present at the bottom of the pile, and then the other ones were just like filler foods, filler prizes that you got at the dime store, like a headband or a brush, or like some kind of, like Denise told you, we had like fruit in our stockings. So it was like a necessity gift, but you still had nice gifts. I don't want to, my mother always got us nice gifts. I don't want to in any way imply that I didn't get nice gifts. I got really nice gifts. Someone had asked me what my favorite gift growing up was, and I remember when I was a little girl, I wanted a Tiny Tears doll. I just so wanted a Tiny Tears doll. And every time I saw Santa Claus, that's all I ever asked for was a Tiny Tears doll. And when I got that Tiny Tears doll for Christmas, I was just so ecstatic. It's the only doll I ever had. It's the only doll I ever wanted, and it's the only doll I ever played with, because I wasn't a doll lover. But for some reason, I just wanted a Tiny Tears doll, and I did get it. So Santa Claus was always very good to us. And we always knew, we always opened with excitement, because even if it was just like a brush, it was a brush that you wanted. It was like if you wanted a styling brush. I'm just trying to use that as a correlation of something. She got you the best styling brush, like not just like a cheapy styling brush. I mean, and it was so such a happy time, and it was just so nice opening the gifts. But so anyway, I was opening up all my gifts, and I get down to this bottom present, and I was kind of like disappointed because I really liked the skirts and the sweaters that I picked out, and I'm thinking, what did she do with all of, oh, you know what she did? I know what she did. She took my skirts and my sweaters and everything, and she took them out of the little boxes, and she put them in this one big box. And so when I opened it, I'd have this one big gift, would be all my sweaters and that, because I know that's how it works. You know, she's already given me the money. I've already bought my presents. And I opened up the box, and you guessed it, it was my pea coat. Oh my gosh, I was so happy. I just couldn't believe it. I completely forgot about the skirts and the sweaters and the blouse. And I put the coat on. It was too big, but I didn't care. I loved the coat. It was just like, I couldn't wait to wear it to church. I thought, oh my God, I got my best gift ever. And then afterwards, my mother took me aside and she said, I know how much you wanted the pea coat. And I couldn't afford it. So I brought your other stuff back. And then I did some ironing for the neighbors. So I got my pea coat. Best Christmas gift ever, other than the tiny tear style. Because I know how much it meant to my mother to see the smile on my face. Okay. Okay, this is supposed to bring happy memories, not these sad things like I'm doing. I don't mean to bring boy, Sandy, bring the room down. It's what I do. You know what? As I'm getting older, I cry more often, and it's just driving me crazy because I am not a crying in public person. You guys are breaking my. No, you're not breaking my spirit. You're breaking my habits. Oh, anyway, which reminds me of a story that I'll share tomorrow about how I did something similar. And people that have watched me a long time have heard this story before, and I promise I won't cry then either. So anyway, I did stay on track today. I had a very good day. For breakfast, I had a bowl of oatmeal and some fruit and a hard-boiled egg and a banana. And then for lunch, I had a extreme wellness wrap with some turkey on it, and I just put some spinach on it. And for dinner, I had a salad with I put some more turkey on it to put some meat on the salad. I had that and cottage cheese and some pineapple and an iced tea. And I'm going to have a snack later on. I'm going to have a sugar-free pudding. Well, oh, and for lunch with my wrap, I had a, what do you call those things? Built Bar. I had a Built Bar. Which one did I have? Oh, I had the raspberry one. It was very good. Thank you, Joan, from Joan's Pointed Plate. She sent me that one. I love that one. So anyway, that's going to do it for tonight. Once again, I apologize for the crying. Jeez, oh Pete, when am I going to learn? When am I going to learn? When am I going to learn? Check yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, because, ooh, that was bad. So anyway, I even got a little teardrop on my face right here. All right. It's time to go. It's time to... It's so nice to have this time together. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. Okay, what's the song? Because I remember it. I think it was. Who sang that? It's so nice to have this time together. Okay, let me know because I can't remember. Me, I always remember things, but this one I can't remember. Anyway, it was a song at the end of the show. This is the end of the show, so I'll see you guys in the morning. It was Carol Burnett. I knew I had to figure it out. I knew it, and I'm sorry I couldn't wait for you guys to tell me, because my mind would have gone crazy waiting for somebody in the comments to tell me. It was Carol Burnett.